What's up my people, my name is Spicy and I want to remind you to participate in the giveaway to win one of the 4 Amazon gift cards because there's 3 days left. I am gifting you for helping me reach the 2500 subscribers mark. So first, subscribe, then click the link in the description and get a chance to win. It is totally free. I've got some spicy IDontWorkHereLady stories for you today, so tune in. Turn on the notifications to be part of the early gang and leave a fire in the comments if you're having fun with me. Congratulations Narcardic for the comment of the day. I am going to sue you. I've been working at a small neighborhood gym for 3 years now. Family owned. I've gotten to know all the regular members on a first name basis and put a lot of efforts into remembering the names of newer members and what times they usually come in. I work mornings, evenings, and nights depending on the day. One day, about 8 months ago, I arrived to work just before noon and had closed the night before. The general manager decided to leave early for the day and left me alone to take care of things myself. This is typical as I have worked here the longest out of everyone on staff. A little later, the phone rings and I answer with my self-script prompt. Thank you for calling the fitness gym. This is my name. How can I help you? Oblivious Karen. Hello, I was locked in your gym last night. I am trying to buy time for my brain to grasp the situation. I'm sorry? I was locked in your gym last night. I was in the middle of showering and someone turned off the lights in the locker room and I screamed for help and nobody came and they locked me in. Remember, I closed last night. I've been doing this for a while now. I always check the bathroom, locker rooms, and showers to make sure there's no one in there and that the faucets are turned completely off. That is impossible, ma'am. I closed last night and there was nobody in the locker rooms. Our alarms would have gone off if someone was still in here. Well, I was, and I'm going to sue you. Now, I am not claiming to be the most attentive person in the world, but one thing I do when I close is smack the wall of the woman's locker room and shout, "Anybody in here?" Staff coming in before entering, and that night there was nobody in there. Ma'am, what was the name of the gym you were logged in? You work there. You should know. No, ma'am. I want you to tell me the name of the gym you were locked inside of last night. And she names some other gym. Well, this is the M Fitness. You called the wrong gym. Thank you. And she hangs up. Well, that was a very reasonable transaction. But why did not she make this commotion the next day when they let her out, instead of calling later? It all seemed pretty suspicious to me. I did not tow your car. I previously lived in a group of townhouses where snow removal was taken care of by the condo association. They hired someone. After a particularly heavy snowfall, we received a notice that the parking lot will be cleared out and to please remove your vehicle and park on the street on that day or it will be towed. The night before, I parked on the street so I will not have to wake up earlier in the morning to move it. The next afternoon, after the removal team had cleared all the snow away, I head outside to walk to my car and bring it back onto its usual spot when a man outside comes screaming and walking towards me. As a young female, I was freaked out and started walking swiftly away from him since he was between my house and myself. Crazy guy will be CG. I am me. Don't you run away from me. I know you towed my truck. Come by here and tell me where it is. I am slightly relieved that I am not about to be murdered. Sorry, I live here. I did not tow your car. You people are beat. I work shift work and just woke up. I can't wake up first thing to remove my truck in time. I got off a 12-hour shift last night and needed to sleep. I told you, I live here and I parked my car on the street last night so I will not have to wake up in the morning. You could have done that as well. You were giving a notice 5 days ago. I work hard for my money and now I have to pay your damn towing fees. Where the hell did you take my truck? Look man, I did not work for the condo board, the snow removal company, or the towing company. Please be so kind as to leave me alone before I call the police. The crazy guy kept yelling obscenities into the empty parking lot, but thankfully, let me leave without any other trouble after all. You have no power over me. So this happened just today. To put it bluntly, I work at a place that is not the UPS, but has a UPS drop-off. So this is more of a I don't work there story. A man came in with a few bags full of electronics, wire, etc. I am assuming internet and cable hookups. He drops them at the counter, and before he walks away he says, "Send these to AT&T." I am not by the counter he dropped it off at, but I am preparing to walk over there. Okay, but we will need a tracking slip and for you to put them in packaging, as we do not do packaging. We only take pre-packaged boxes. No, you do it. Sir, we cannot send something without both those being done. AT&T said you would. I'm sorry, but no, we do not. I'll take your picture. And he does so. Okay, we still don't ship without a tracking label or with it in proper packaging. Then you do it for free. AT&T said you do. Look, he shows me his phone that says AT&T says the UPS store will do it. Yes, the UPS store. We are not the UPS store. Yes, you are. It says UPS right here. It says UPS drop off, not that we are the UPS store. No, you do it for free. AT&T said you will do it. I will make you do it for free. He starts getting in my face and sticking his finger really close to my nose. Sir, you nor AT&T have the power to make me do anything. You will do it because AT&T said you will do it. We're not the UPS store. And even if you were willing to pay me to do it now, we're done. I will not help you. Leave. Dude started raving some crap, I think in Hindi, but I did not care. Waved him away and ignored him until he left. He tried leaving with the bags on the counter and I grabbed them to put it outside and yelled at him, "We're not sending it to AT&T. Before I left, the bags were gone, so hopefully he or someone else stole it. Either way, I don't give a crap. I'm pretty close to quitting anyways. And while this is a shortened version of it, it was a lot of him repeating the same thing and me telling him no or we're not UPS. Believe it or not, I can't help you with that. So I worked at Ross, a discount clothing store with a real theft problem. They had to hire ununiformed security to monitor the stores and deter shady people. That was me in college during a busy night with 4 cashiers checking people out as fast as they can. A line formed about 4 people long. I am standing near the front of the store, watching 2 comes and goes. Some old lady yells, "Hey, you! Aren't you going to open another register?" I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not allowed to use the cash registers. I'm just here for security. Yeah, right. You just don't want to work while it is busy. What kind of a manager are you? I'm not a manager, ma'am. I'm just in charge of asset protection. We have all of our available staff ringing people up right now. We will be with you as quickly as possible. I can't believe you will speak to me this way. Is this how you treat your customers? I don't know why this lady could not get it through her head. I was wearing a different uniform, and it is not like I did not explain my job to her politely and clearly. I don't know about your Ross, but the security at mine are dressed way different than staff. He is the first person you see coming in the door, and it is obvious they're security. Some people are just blind, stupid, or both. And I think they all have a terrible theft problem. Yes, I am sure of it. After pulling into a parking lot to get my husband and I some ice cream for his dessert, the following happened. Are you my Lyft driver? No. Well, my Lyft driver was supposed to be here in about 5 minutes. That's not a bad wait. So you are not a Lyft driver? Nope, just picking up dessert. Well, you were driving one of those walker cars that Lyft drivers drive. It's a Prius, but I am not a Lyft driver. Are you an Uber driver? Not that either. Oh, because if you were an Uber driver, you could take me home and we could screw over that Lyft driver because he's 2 minutes late. Well, they are counting on the fare. Say, do you like Beetle Bailey? No, me neither. The Lyft car, a Buick appears. My work is done. The end. I stayed with the man because I was not sure if he had in fact ordered a car or if he had diminished capacity. The road is very busy and I just wanted to make sure he was safe. The Beetle Bailey comment was totally random. I am not a chair. So this came up in my time hop on certain social media site and I thought I'd share it here. So a few years ago, I went shopping with my mom and dad to a green supermarket in England. Now my mom's M, a plump 5'2" half Scottish woman, and my dad's D, 6 feet English wall. While we were wandering around, me pushing the trolley, dad went off grabbed something we'd miss. while my mom crunched down to get an item from the bottom shelf near the end of an aisle. As she was crouched, a mid-30s Susan appeared and sat on my mother's shoulders like she was a stool. Let me repeat, she sat her arse on my mom's back. My mom flew up and Susan stumbled forward, turning to my mom with a sour look on her face. "I am not a chair. What the hell's wrong with you?" "Oh, I thought you worked here." "You do, don't you?" A moment of silence before. "No, I don't work here. And how does that make it okay?" By the point my dad's been drawn back by the shouting, I quickly explained what happened, torn between disbelief and amused. "Well, I don't appreciate your attitude. It is an honest mistake. If you didn't want to be sat on, you should not have been crouching down and acting like you work here." Mom proceeded to rip her a new one. I can't remember exactly what was said, but it ended with my dad picking her up and carrying her away from Susan, as the management that got involved had no idea what to do. They did apologize and offered my mom a $5 voucher for her troubles. What kind of person would think it is acceptable to sit on a total stranger's back? I really would like to hear the logic that went into this to make this seem like a viable choice. And what kind of person sits on a worker's back? Susan said herself that she thought she worked there, like it is normal for her to sit on worker and customers, cause it seems like she's done it before. Like she almost said, "Oh, I'm not supposed to do that?" Sorry Ooters, I don't work here. I have told this story to people a few times since it happened, and have only now realized that it is technically an I Don't Work Here Lady story, even though the lady in question was not a human lady. While on a winter holiday, I visited the local zoo with my husband. I was wearing a thick dark green wool jumper and jeans. We wandered around doing zoo visit stuff, then settled down upon the otter exhibits. As soon as we arrived, the otters zeroed in on me and started acting like I was their teacher, and they were the teacher's pet trying to answer the question first. One of them climbed up to a high rock to be more visible and started reaching their arms into the air, and both of them were squeaking and carrying on like their life depended on me noticing them. At first, I thought maybe they just do this with everyone. It was pretty adorable, if not a bit intense. So I shuffled away to test the theory, but they ignored my husband and kept their eyes solely on me and followed me when I moved. Other visitors coming to the exhibit to see what all the noise was about started to look at me to try and figure out why I was the chosen otter queen, and none of us could figure out what it was about me that made the otters so desperate to win my love and approval. It was clearly disrupting everyone else's zoo experience because these otters were very loud in their bid to get my attention. So after a few minutes of waiting to see if they will settle down, we left the exhibit area. As we were leaving, we noticed that the animals in the next exhibit were hunched over some food. Then, a zookeeper walked by a bucket of fish, headed to the otter exhibit, dressed in their zookeeper uniform of dark green fleece jumper and jeans. Oh, I think this is my favorite post here so far. This is so irrational, but this makes me kinda sad. It reminds me of my cat come running down to the kitchen when they hear me open a can or bag because they think they're getting fed. Their disappointing faces break my heart anytime. But there's a way if you don't want to disappoint me and break my heart, and that will be to subscribe to the channel, thank you! Lady thinks I am her Uber driver, opens my car door to find no place to sit down. For context, I am a DJ and used to drive for Uber for some extra money. I was out shopping and decided to take a few minutes to reply to a couple emails in my car in the parking lot. I occasionally do this while I am out, as I sometimes need to secure a gig quickly. All is well in my quiet car, when all of a sudden, I hear loud obnoxious people talking right outside my car. I don't think anything of it. After all, it is a parking lot and people can do what they want until they open someone else's car door. When my back door opens and my peaceful solitude comes crashing down, I instinctively whip my head around to see who had the audacity to open my door. There stood a cow of a woman, CW, looking puzzled. Neither of us say anything for a good 10 seconds as we just stare, both confused, at each other. Eventually, Actually, she asked, are you my Uber? Keep in mind, I did not have my Uber stickers on my window anymore. Also, my back seat was completely filled with my DJ equipment. As in, you could not even see the seat through all the speakers and lights. No, I am not. Are you sure? I'm not working right now. I gestured to my back seat as it was obviously filled with equipment. You should really keep your car cleaner if you're driving Uber, you know? She gives me the biggest I've ever heard, slams my door and storms off. I was shocked that she knew I drove Uber in the first place. Then I remembered I drove the same woman before, months ago. Surprised she remembered me. Lock your door always. It is the first thing that some people do after they close the door. I never do it personally, but hey, if you're paranoid of these things, just lock your doors. I know you can read. I was wearing a bright red country labor t-shirt in the local Kohl's, and a pair of my students from last year walked up. There's no Pokemon cards. Oh, okay. You need to get Pokemon cards. Why? There's only Digimon cards there. You have to get Pokemon cards. You like Pokemon, huh? Well, yeah. Go get Pokemon cards. Sorry, I can't do that. We had a rather long bewildering talk which did not make sense until I went and cashed up in front of a red shirt Kohl's checkout lady and realized the Pokemon loving children mistook my country labor t-shirt for a Kohl's staff button shirt. I know these kids can read. I know they know me from school, but for some reason they assumed their teacher was suddenly a Kohl's staff member. Boy, they would have a surprise when I cycled through that school in a term or two. Yeah, neither do I. I am in CVS, waiting to fill a prescription. I am in a random aisle, just killing time. A woman walks by, searching for something. She looks at me and says, "Foot cream?" Excuse me? I say, "Where's the foot cream?" "Oh, I'm not really sure. I don't work here." Psh. Yeah, neither do I. She walks away, offended. That's it. Hey, please participate in the giveaway where I am gifting you 4 Amazon gift cards of $25 each. You can buy anything you want with these cards. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel and click the link in the description. It would ask you for your email, and that is for me to reach you out because I can contact people through YouTube. There's just no option to message my viewers. So go ahead and participate in the giveaway for Amazon gift cards. You will find more I Don't Work Here Lady stories here, and please like this video if you're having fun. See ya!